Good day and welcome to our new show, Insight from Above. In this episode, we're going to talk about different topics that people ask questions about, topics that people, I don't want to say they're lost, but they're looking for answers. So during the show, not today, but the shows to come, there is interesting people that we're going to interview. There is people we're going to talk to. I'm going to be speaking about different topics. This is our first show for 2019. I hope you're going to enjoy the show. For today, for people that don't know me, my name is Mary Bashat, and I am a medium psychic. And I receive a lot of messages from above, from the angels, from my guides, and from my loved ones on the other side. And with that information, I've been told to share, and whoever is looking for answers about what's after death, what the angels are doing in our lives, how many guides do we have, things like that. It's interesting because a lot of people think that we are alone in this world. Even if we are surrounded by other human beings, they think that they're alone. Yes, I can understand that, especially if people are going through a hard time or issues that they don't know how to solve. Really, from my own experience, and this is just based on my own experience, we're never alone. The hardship that we go through, there is a reason for it. Every hardship we go through is because we need to learn something. I call it not hardship, but I call it experience. And as we're living in this physical world, because there's another world just like here, except it's not physical. It's a different energy, it's a different perspective, and this is what I would like to explain to you and also to me, because when I talk to you, I listen to myself. So when I give somebody a message, it's also a message for me. So it's very important to know that you're not alone in this world. And if you feel like the physical, the human around you are not really helping, maybe you need to divert to something else. Example, start talking to your angels, start talking to your guides, start talking to your loved ones on the other side. Let me tell you, I have my own experience in this. Both of my parents had passed, and anytime in my life that I'm going through difficulties or hardship, I call upon my mom, my dad, my angels, and my guides. Of course, the closest people to us is our parents. And when you ask them, or if you want them to come into your life or to guide you somehow, be specific on what you want. Ask them for a sign, ask them for a guidance, and let me tell you, they will actually respond very, very quickly. I'll share a story with you. I like stories. The stories always, it's good. People like to share stories. And this is what we used to do way back when in old times, before the TV and radio and cell phones and computers. We used to sit around and share stories. At one point in my life, which many, but this is the most recent one, I was going through a little bit of difficult times and I didn't know what to do. And I actually picked up a picture of my parents. This is a true story. I'm sharing this with you. I picked up a picture of my parents. They're both in heaven. God bless them. And I looked at the picture and I emptied my heart to them. And after I heard, and I was too emotional, I was crying. And when I finished, I looked at them and I said, I need to have a sign. I need to know that you are actually with me, listening to me right now. So I left my house and I got into my car. And I didn't want to listen to the radio, I just want to listen to a CD. So I just picked a CD randomly and I started playing the CD. Believe it or not, the first song that came on the CD was, "We heard you. We know you need changes." right away, I understood that they actually were with me. They witness what I've been going through, and they know that I need help. And of course, the song goes on. So I had to pull over and I start to cry. And I thank my mom and dad for being by my side and for being there for me, and also to listen and to help me. So why did I share that story? Everything is temporarily. Everything is here for a short period of time. Even us, we are here on earth for just a short period of time. So just to show you that if you are asking, you will receive. I tell all my clients, I tell them, ask and you shall receive. If we don't ask, they're never going to interfere into our life. They're never going to come to change anything without us asking them to come in and to do the changes or to help us do the changes. I want you to try this. I want you to try it when you are home or whenever a challenge comes your way. I want you to see the connection between us and the other world, because we're all sharing the same beautiful energy. And therefore, if we're going through a hardship, it's because there's a lesson to be learned. Some of my clients says, Mary, why do I live things over and over and over again? The reason being is we don't understand the first time we live something, or we just ignore it, or whatever the reason may be in our lives. So therefore, if we haven't learned from that the first time, it's going to repeat itself until we actually understand the lesson and we do the changes. Because we are here to grow. We are here to move on. We are here to discover what's the beauty of whatever next to come. So don't be afraid when you are going through a hard time, or if you encounter challenges in your life. It's going to make you grow. Your spirit is going to grow, you're going to grow as a person, and you're going to appreciate what's coming after, because there's always the sun after the rain, and there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. So if we are stuck in one spot and we cannot see outside the box, that's going to be the most hardship that we are going to be living. So I really recommend for you to start expanding your energy. Go outside the box. I am going to be teaching some meditation, and I hope that you will take this and practice at home, because when we do meditation, that's another way of increasing or elevate our energy to be able to reach the other energy around us, because there's so many things around us that we don't see it because we are trained to walk like this. So please do try to connect with, or ask and you should receive. If you ask your angels, you ask your loved ones, or you ask your guides. And don't forget, each one of us, before we enter this physical world, we actually chose our guides. So imagine that you're never alone. And this is something I tell my client. Imagine if you put yourself in a closet and you shut a door and you know that you are there by yourself physically, but in reality, you're not there by yourself, because there's your angel that's around you all the time, and also your guides and your loved ones. So with this experience, I would like to have a feedback when you do that exercise, I will call it. You can call the station, leave a message for me, or you can send an email. The station number you can call is 613-446-6037, or again, you can send your questions, your request, or if you have something that you need to clarify, you can send an email to info@tvc22.ca, and I'm sure that we'll get back to you. Or again, if you have any suggestion or any topic that you'd like for us to discuss, just send it to the station, the email, or you can call us and I'll make sure that we'll answer you back. Going back to life experience, we are here to experience life, but rest assured that this is not it. That means this is not the end. This is actually just a visit. We are visiting here. We are visiting Earth. We are visiting the physical world. The real life that we are going to be living, it's once we cross over. This is our real life. This is what I say, we're going home. We are not home. We're just on vacation here. Why do we come here? Why do we come to Earth? Why do we come to the physical world? I want you to think about that. For me, personally, I am here to grow. I'm here to learn. I want to have a better welcome when I go home. I want to see that what I did here, it actually changed somebody else's life, or touched somebody else's life, or help somebody to move forward to a better life, to a better human being, to a better career, better relationship. I think we are here to share with each other. We should not cut the energy between us. People now, they text, they send emails. There's hardly anybody that pick up the phone and actually call. When you are talking to somebody, especially if you're hearing their voice on the phone, you're actually capturing the vibration that they're carrying that moment that they're speaking to you. Imagine if I'm texting you and I'm sad and I'm crying, you're never gonna feel anything from that text that I'm sending you. If you pick up the phone and you call me, and if at that moment I am upset, even if I try to hide it, you are gonna feel my energy. My point with this is we're all energy. So if we start cutting the connection between each other, what's gonna happen? We're gonna have an imbalanced world. And if we look around us today, especially in what I do as a medium, as a psychic, I see a lot of suffering. I see a lot of people that their soul are just lost. They're looking for something. They're looking for answers. They're looking for happiness. They're looking for a lot of things. So if we start, each one of us, because each one is just responsible for their own lives. So if each one of us start by doing little changes every day, at the end, it's actually going to impact your neighbor, your friends, your siblings, your parents, all the family. Because when we do something different and we change for the better, people start asking questions. How did you do it? What kind of tools did you use? Who did you see? Who did you speak to? So when you share your story or your success or even your challenge, and you say, this is the challenge I've been through, this is what I did, and this is where I am today, people are gonna go, wow, if you did that, so can I. And this is what I tell people. There's no one person better than the other. We're all the same. We're all the same as far as humanity, as far as we are here for a purpose, for a reason. We are here to learn something. So when we cross over, we're gonna see what we did in this life. Are we gonna be happy with it? Did we really do what we were supposed to, or what had we planned to do? Because if we didn't, what's gonna happen? We're gonna have to come back again. And that's why we live many lives on the face of the earth, in the physical world. So we come more than once. There is a very interesting book I read. You can find it. Volume 1, I found it the most interesting. It's called Conversation with God. This is a person that didn't believe in anything and didn't have an idea about almost absolutely nothing, but not really. And when he started doing the changes in his life, he actually noticed, oh wow, we are here more than once. He actually had a conversation with the higher energy. We all can do. And this is the role of our angels, our guides, the higher realm, the whatever you want to call it, the divine, the energy. So when we actually tap into this energy, we can get a lot of answers, guidance, whatever our needs at the moment that we're asking for. So try to, through the show, I'm gonna bring other books that I read and I actually benefit from these books. And I like to share anything that I receive, I learned that I need to share. I'm here to share my experience, I'm here to share my vision, and I'm here to share whatever my angels, my guide, and the divine give me to share with everybody. And I hope that by sharing this, it will make an impact on your life, to bring you to another level, to bring you to a better place. Through the show, we're gonna interview different peoples, and I think with their knowledge and their experience, they're gonna bring you peace, harmony, tranquility, and especially how to get rid of stress. Stress is the thing that people live with today because we're always stressed to go to work, stressed to pick up the children, stressed what I'm gonna cook tonight. So there is, if we slow down a little bit, if we take a few things out of our lives that we don't need really, and we don't jam our day and we don't jam our lives, you're gonna see that stress is gonna actually decrease and you can have a better quality life. Another thing I want you to do is breathing. Breathing, a lot of people don't know how to breathe because we only breathe from the top portion because we're so stressed. But when we need to breathe, we need to take a deep breath until we feel it in our abdomen. And you can see it, it's like a balloon. It goes up and down. And if you're not breathing like that, your stress level is gonna be very high. So every episode that we're gonna be doing for you, there's some people gonna talk about energies, other people gonna talk about the benefit of crystals, other people gonna talk about spirituality, how they were able to open their mind and they opened the door to actually connect with the other side, which I call the psychometry. It's another thing that I do teach people is how actually to connect with their loved ones through objects, through photos, through items that belongs to the loved ones. These are other people going to be talking about their experience in that. And like I said, if you have any other topic that you would like for us to discuss, you just have to send it to or call the station at 613-446-6037, or you can send it to info@tvc22.ca. So with that being said, energy is all around us. Energy lives within. We are energy. We're going to be talking a little bit about the chakras, which is, chakra means energy. And we have chakras in our hands, we have chakras in our feet, but also we have the meridian chakras, which actually in the middle of our body. And this is what helps our body stay healthy, stay connected. So when we deplete our energy, we are not able to connect with anybody, physically, emotionally, or even in spirituality. So how can we balance our lives? And I think a lot of people have that difficulty to balance their life. Everything has a moment, everything, and you have to find, at least I tell people, 5 minutes. 5 minutes before you leave your home and 5 minutes before you go to bed. Before you get out of bed in the morning, take these 5 minutes. When you open your eyes, start talking to your angels, start talking to your guides, start talking to your loved ones. And if you believe that there is a higher power above all of that, by all means, start talking to this higher power, the divine energy I call it. So by doing that in the morning, you are creating this beautiful energy around you before you attack the day, before you get into your car and get into the traffic and so on. So by taking that 5 minutes in the morning And I want you to not get out of bed completely, but get out of bed, have your feet on the ground, kind of a sitting position. Close your eyes and take about 3 deep breaths. And we talked about that. Take a deep breath until you feel it in your abdomen. Then as you exhale, drop your shoulder, because this is the way of relaxing your physical body. By doing that 5 minutes in the morning, you're really creating that boosting energy, and your mood gonna change. You're gonna see when you go to work, your mood is gonna be changing, because you just grounded yourself and you protected your energy. So whoever tried to get into your energy during the day, they can see or they can feel only the light. They're not gonna see it with these eyes, but they're gonna feel, oh, this energy, this person's energy is different today. What have they done? Maybe they won't ask you the first day, maybe they won't ask you the second or the third day, but believe me, at the end they're gonna approach you and say, what have you been doing? What is the changes? What did you do that you feel different? Then all you have to tell them, I took 10 minutes a day, 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the evening. And in the evening, before you fall asleep, it will be the same thing. You can do this as you're laying down in bed because you're about to fall asleep. The same thing, take 3 deep breaths and thank heaven for your day. Thank heaven for whatever you had gone through that day. And also reflect, what have you done? What have you done? It's not what others have done, because people, we have no control over people. We have no control over the outside of us, but we have control on us and our energy and what we could do with it. So if you reflect on your day and you thank heaven and your angels and your guide for that beautiful day, either ups or down, for everything that had happened, we should always be grateful. So gratitude is very important. And also, you, by taking this 3 deep breaths, you just energize again your energy. So when you close your eyes and you go to sleep, you're gonna feel better. It's only 10 minutes out of your day. I want you to try it. I want you to try it, and I would love to hear what's the impact. Did it do anything for you? Did you really see the difference? Had other around you saw the difference in you? That will be another show that we can discuss this in. But it's important to stay connected to our higher self. We do have a higher self. We do have another energy that even higher than our crown chakras. Meditation will help you to connect. I know some people, they cannot sit still, they're agitated, and they can start by even 2 minutes, 3 minutes, then 5 minutes. As you increase the time of calmness and stillness, you're gonna see, you're gonna hear, but not with these ears. You might see, as you're closing your eyes, you might get images. That will be your connection with your guides, with your loved ones. What are they trying to tell you? What are they trying to send you? What kind of question did you ask them? Maybe they're trying to give you the answer as you are meditating, as you're trying to fall asleep and get rid of all the energy. That's why we do this 5 minutes before we go to bed. It's getting rid of all the excess energy that we really don't need, that we might accumulated that during the day. Because don't forget, we get in touch with other human beings. So our energy, either you like it or not, it's gonna be interacted. And sometimes we're gonna carry some energy that we really don't want to bring home, or we really don't want to have. So by doing this 5 minutes, you're actually clearing. And you can just say, I'm sending all the negative to Mother Earth. I'm sending all the negative to heaven. And by doing this, you are clearing this energy. And you're going to sleep better. And you probably, during your sleep, you might have vision. You might have messages. A lot of people think our dreams, they're just dreams. Our dreams, actually, they're not dreams. Our dreams, they are messages for us. It's to help us move forward. If you don't understand the dream that you received during the night, the next morning when you wake up, write it down. I tell all my clients, write the date, because you want to know what's the length of time by the time you understand that dream, or just the period? It's just physical. This is really, the timing is just physical. But for us to understand, and by writing our dreams, we might halfway understand what the message in that dream. But rest assured that when you ask, you will receive all the things that you ask for. Whatever your needs are, they're gonna make sure that you are getting what you need. I'm gonna stop and say, only when it's due to you. If it's not due to you, if you're asking for something today and it's not due to you today, it's not gonna come. But it will come when the time is right. Don't push it, don't force it. Because when you push it or you force it, what's gonna happen? You're gonna have what you want, but you're not gonna be happy with it. Because it's not the time, it's not the energy, it's not due for you now, but you want it now. And that's why a lot of people are living high stress, because they're pushing for things that they're not due to them, or they're pushing for things that they're not good for them, but in their head, they think it's good. So when we ask and we just send what we need into the universe and to the divine energy, they see more than us. They know what's coming tomorrow and the day after and the year after. So they try to help us from above to say, okay, don't worry, you are gonna get what you need or what you ask for, but maybe next month or next week or even next year, but it will happen. I'm gonna share another story with you just on that topic. I had done a reading for someone that was looking for a relationship. And for 3 years, that person kept on telling me, Mary, you told me I'm gonna meet the person that in my dreams, or the person that I dream of. I said, yes, I see it, it's coming, but I don't have the specific time for you. So the first year went by, the second year went by, and finally it took 3 years, and finally that person met their soulmate. So I want you, or I'm gonna leave you today with this. Whatever I give you today, try it, practice it. You have nothing. It doesn't cost anything, it's free, but it's for you. It's for you, it's for your own good. It's to reach the higher, like I said, your higher self. So until we meet again, you have homework to do, and I would like to hear from you. Again, 613-446-6037 or info@tvc22.ca. Take care, and like we say, namaste. Thank you.